Hey, welcome to Brunch with Brian. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da. Today we're talking about Foundation Friday. Who amongst our brunchers noticed that I accidentally shot from Formal Dining Room Friday yesterday? I got mixed up on my days. So we have 2 days this week in Formal Dining Room Friday. So today I want to talk about Foundation Friday. And when I talk about foundation, I want you to lay the foundation for your weekend, for your success this weekend with what you do on Friday. And so that means you got to put in a little bit of time on the phone. That's where you lay the foundation to close deals on Saturday. Remember, we call Friday Foundation Friday, and then we call Saturday Deal Meeting Saturday. Do everything you can to have deal meetings lined up for Saturdays. That's the goal. Like 10 o'clock every Saturday morning, you're looking at another house to buy. All right. And you've talked to the seller possibly on Friday. Now, if you have not done these calls, one of the beautiful parts about the creative financing, we call it the seller financing pretty house, buy and hold cash flow business. There's so many different names for it. But when you're working that business, one of the greatest things about that business is you can generate your own business. It's not like you have to put marketing out there and then wait for people to call you. You can actually make outbound opening calls and generate business off of it. Some of our students, that's their primary method. I mean, we always encourage you to do other marketing methods and to make sure you have social media presence and things like that. But if you just had somebody, calling FSBOs, calling realtors, calling landlords, that would go a long way to getting one deal a month. One deal a month is going to make you rich. There's just no question about that with the amount of money you can make off of these deals. And good morning, WL. Always great to see WL because he's always all about community. That's great, right? Saying good morning to everyone. I love that. Good morning, Robert. I love seeing you guys here. Good morning. Here's Isabel. Nice to see you guys here. So when I talk about these opening calls, this is how you're going to lay your foundation. Have you made any FSBO opening calls using the FSBO opening call script? How many have you made? And that's sort of one of your first steps in the business. So hopefully you've made a bunch of those calls. Today for extra special Foundation Friday, I want you to try to make 5 to 10 FSBO calls. And I want you to look up some properties on Zillow that are listed. Remember, you just go on Zillow, put in your city, a whole big screen comes up. You go over to the right side. There's two little tabs there. One is called listed, one is called other. Click on the other to find all your FSBOs. Now they throw a bunch of other stuff in there too, like vacant properties and new construction. So you got to either set your filter to screen that out or just wade through that stuff. But you're looking for FSBOs. And usually you want to go to the last page. It's got them all lined up by pages and they have so many listings per page. Go to the last page and see, because that's where the longest ones on the market are. So you're looking for properties that are 30 days on the market or have a price reduction. That's for your listed properties, okay? So call 5 realtors, use the listing realtor opening call script. Now there's a whole process to that. You can jump right in and call on the listing and start off with that, or you could send them a text or an email, a special text and email that says, I want to offer full price on your listing at this address. I want to I pay your commission up front. We work out monthly payments with the seller, something like that. When we buy houses that are distressed, we pay cash. But when we buy houses that are nice, like your listing, we buy them with seller financing. Sometimes agents like that word seller carryback. They're used to it. Okay, so what's your goal? What's your foundation for? And this is going to lay the foundation for your whole summer, potentially. You could make a call today that ends up closing you a deal in June or July. Sometimes these things play out over time. So again, what's the goal for today? And maybe it'll bleed over into tomorrow. Put some time in tomorrow. Call 5 to 10 FSBOs using the FSBO opening call script, which you get. That's on your member website. Just go on there, put your code in, and go under the forms. And that's where your FSBO call, that's where all these scripts are, all your call scripts, all your forms. Okay, so call 5 to 10 FSBOs, call 5 plus realtors on listed properties. Those are easy to find. And then I also want you to call 5 landlords. Okay. Now, how long would that take you? I mean, not everybody's going to pick up, and it sort of depends on how much you like to build rapport, how much time. I believe massively in building rapport. So if you get someone who looks like they're, flexible and a landlord, and you might do deals with them, I'd say spend half an hour on the phone just chatting them up if they'll take that much time, because you're building a relationship, you're building your network here. So that's if you're talking to another investor or a realtor. That's worth spending your time on. If you're talking to a lead on a house for sale, unless it's a great deal, excuse me, unless it's an awesome deal, don't take that much time. Just set the appointment to go out there and go out there. All right, so this is extra special Foundation Friday, because this is Foundation Friday, not just for this weekend, but for your whole setting up your summer. All right, so Charles, good to see you. I always like to give you guys good stuff, and bless you too. Bless all of you guys. And very happy Friday to everybody. I like that picture, Destiny. So guys, again, we're focused on what are we going to do today? What are we all going to do today and tomorrow? We're laying the foundation for our successful summer and our successful weekend by calling 5 FSBOs, 5 to 10 FSBOs, 5 plus using the listing realtor opening call script, and then 5 landlords. Now, what's going to happen when you call those landlords sometimes? Sometimes that's just someone who's an individual listing their own property and taking calls themselves. You actually get the landlord when you call. What else do you get, though? A lot of times you get a property manager, and you get sometimes a property management company, or somebody who works for a property management company, and that's not bad. Okay, don't think, oh, I didn't get the landlord, I'm just going to hang up. No, that's when you have the property manager opening call scripts. Guys, you may get more deals from a property manager because they know a whole bunch of landlords. If you get one landlord on the phone, there's a decent chance you might do a deal with them. But guess what? There's a really good chance you're going to do a deal if you get a person who's a leasing agent who talks to a lot of landlords and works with 100 landlords. There's a real good chance they might know somebody who is looking to divest. These landlords get older. They say, you know what? I don't want the hassles anymore. I don't want to pay the management fees. You can even tell. Now, listen, this is a real golden nugget. If you get a property manager on the phone, I want you to tell them that you're going to keep using them, and then use them for a while. Tell them, if we buy the property from this landlord, any landlord we buy the property from, we're going to keep you as the manager. We're going to keep you as the property manager. So you're not losing an account. You're just switching, your customer. You're switching your client from that landlord to this one. Now, we're not going to be a straight landlord. Mostly, we're going to sell our houses on a rent-to-own basis. But develop your realtor network and your property manager network. So if you have a list of 10 property managers that know you by name, that is gold. All right. So don't, be happy when a property manager picks up. Just make sure you're sticking to the property manager opening call script. All right, so that's what I love about the creative financing business. You can generate business by yourself just by picking up the phone. And so normally we like to call on Friday about 5 to 6. Now, I know Friday, TGIF, thank God it's Friday and all that. And you don't want to maybe put extra hours in on Friday. So if you can't work on Friday, set it up. If Friday is your date night with your sweetheart, set it up so you make your foundation calls on Thursday for the weekend for Saturday. If you're trying to call around on 9 o'clock Saturday morning to set up an appointment for 10 o'clock Saturday morning, you just don't have as much lead time. So if you can do the Foundation Friday plan, that's great. But the plan is, again, and I don't care when you implement it, and you can implement it and generate business by yourself in this creative financing field. So again, the simple plan is use the FSBO script to call 5 to 10 FSBOs. They don't have to just be in your area. Remember, and the way you find those is you go on Zillow, put the city in there, go over to the right side. Don't click on listed, click on other. Go to the last page. That's where the oldest listings are, and just start calling them. Their phone numbers are right in there in that Zillow ad. Okay, so start calling those FSBOs. And then, of course, listed properties are easy to find. You can even do driving for dollars and find them. But the easiest way is go on Zillow Lot Line View. This is the biggest golden nugget of the day, maybe, that Zillow Lot Line View. Just go on that, Scan out far enough so that you can see lots of little red dots and just start clicking on all the red dots and see which ones are the good deals, because those red dots are currently listed properties on Zillow. So Zillow is a great tool. So that's our foundation plan for you, is to make 5 to 10 FSBO calls, 5 realtor calls, and 5 landlord / property manager calls. That will generate business, guys. That could get you a deal. That just that one little set of calling, that round of calling, which might take you 1 or 2 hours, that's deal making time. That's deal making time. So let's all commit to having a foundation Friday today, or as soon as possible, to do this foundation plan. All right. So I lay the foundation to succeed. That's going to be our affirmation for today. I lay the foundation to succeed. Yes. Yes. Stick to the steps, stick to the 555. Okay. Stick to the steps, stick to the scripts, and stick to your schedule. That's the secret to success. Just call the office at 888-RICH now, guys. If you ever have any questions, call the office at 888-RICH now. Easy to remember. Okay, so our affirmation for today again is I lay the foundation for success. All right. Now we always say it 3 times on 3. Ready? I lay the foundation for success on 3. 1, 2, 3. I lay the foundation for success. I lay the foundation for success. I lay the foundation for success. Yes. All right. Yes, 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 as Lynette likes to say. Now we do our 3 deep breaths, and I want you to do this not just now, but throughout your day. Very invigorating, and always have a big smile on your face. Nice deep breath in. Hold it a little bit and let it go. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Another deep breath. Always put a big smile on your face. That'll change your attitude. Let it out. That's the greatest attitude adjuster you can do during the day. Deep breathing and put in a big smile on your face. Deep breath in. And let it go. Awesome. All right. Way to start your day. Way to keep your day going, guys. Always come here to Brunch with Brian. Now, usually we're on at 8:30 Pacific time, or sometimes 9:30 Pacific time, depending on the day. But you can always come back and watch later. And I love seeing you guys. Good morning, everybody. And I love you guys pitching in and saying and adding your input as well. So have an awesome day. Build your foundation today to have some success. Let's all get a deal under contract. Maybe this weekend or within the next couple of weeks. Okay, so until I see you on Monday, keep expecting success, getting awesome training with the Wolf couple, and taking